What is this? This is not the Hoi4 main menu, I know. And you're right. Paradox gave me early access to the new DLC and allows me to make whatever video I want with it. And on top of that, also decided to sponsor me. And with this DLC, they added focus trees to all the Scandinavian nations. And as you might have already guessed, we are going to play Finland today. Why? Because it has never been easier to make the Finnish Him achievement. So today, we're going to fix the one bottleneck we do have and then just dominate Russia. Literally dominate. And don't forget, I'm playing an early build, so some mistakes can still happen that you probably won't have anymore. So yeah, thank you Paradox for giving me this opportunity. And without further ado, Iron Man, historical, and go. Welcome to Finland. And before we go into the focus tree, which you're probably very hyped about, I know, let me just clear up the other things so we can talk long about the focus tree, okay? Firstly, research. I will go into industry and electronical engineering for the obvious reasons. Construction-wise, I'm just gonna build mills over here because we will need a lot of mills. And now you will see why. We have exactly 3 military factories and 2 are assigned. Not good. One thing you might notice over here is that there is military industrial organizations now that you can assign to equipment, and they buff the equipment. And best of all, they have a skill tree, so you can level them up with researching stuff. That's pretty cool, but how that exactly works, I will go into detail later. Yes, I will try to show as much things as I can. I know my videos are very fast, but still, new DLC, I try to show you as much as I can. So let's choose that, making this infantry equipment stronger, and just build more infantry equipment. And that's production, research, and industry done. Nice. Now let's go into the focus tree. We have a good focus tree. I mean, you have this over here, which is for all Scandinavian nations. Sadly, we can't go into that because Finnish Him achievement forces me to stay neutral and not join a faction. And this is about being in a faction with the Scandinavian nations. So yeah, but if you want to do that, my personal recommendation, the democratic path is a lot of fun and a real challenge because you defend against the Soviet Union and Germany. Maybe another video. We, on the other hand, are gonna go neutrality. And why do we start with this over here? Because you're not wrong if you think we need a better industry. We really do. But we have balance of power, which has low trust for our head of state and high trust for our head of state, being influenced by the personal agenda of the head of state. And our head of state supports having less than 1% support for democratic and communist ideologies, which gives him a boost in trust. But he also has 2 agendas that drag the trust down. And one of them is having over 9% democratic or communist support, which we have. On top of that, losing a core state is also very problematic. We will not have that problem. I will guarantee you that. But short term, losing trust because of that is very bad. Why? Because we lose political power gain, and I don't like that. We need a lot of political power to do a lot of things with this nation, and because of that, I want to fix this as soon as possible. So we're going to finish neutrality, fix our government first, and then go into industry. So I'm going to go speed 3 to kind of keep it slow because I want to show you more stuff, like the international market, which is now a thing. I have market access to a whole bunch of nations. So what I will do now is I will not buy equipment because that will cost me civilian industry, but I have a few juicy French tanks lying around in my stockpile that I will never use. So what I will do is I will take these tanks, select them all, and sell them for a normal price. Immediately, Turkey wants to buy the tanks. So yeah, there you go. So once again, we have something new to play around with. You don't need to, but it just makes it this much stronger if you use it. Gotta be honest, it does add up. And just to show off the achievement I'm talking about, because I always talk about it and I think I haven't shown it yet, we have to defeat the Soviet Union without joining any faction. At the same time over here, I also see this achievement, just saying, very early version of the game, which I think we will also get because, yeah, that's just all the things we need to conquer, plus I think a few states over here. Anyways, I want more political power, so let's go down political unity. Political unity is done, and I already have it open. I'm gonna get myself a silent workhorse just to boost my political power a little bit. We will need it. And now we go to national unity to get more public trust once again and stability. So literally a few days later, I can afford the white liberal, which is very good. Once again, more political power, more production cap, and unaligned support. We need unaligned support anyway, so very good. And with national unity done, I'm gonna do aligned agrarian league because the advice it gives is very good. And best of all, it's a 35-day focus. There's a lot of these now, and that's very good. Focus done. I'm gonna get myself the advisor immediately. And now we're gonna rush on this because we will have supply problems, and this is kind of nice. At the same time, I want the civilian factories from down there. They're pretty good, which I'm gonna take them. So, now with all the advisors I want being in my possession, I will increase the mobilization law, and that's gonna boost my industry by a lot, because now we build faster, and we have more industry. Very good. In the background, I will kind of list up stuff I want. This is kind of my shopping list of equipment. So basically what I want is a little bit of everything. Honestly, we will need a little bit of everything. We will fight the Soviets. Even though we have a lot of buffs, they are enormous. We will need stuff. At the same time, I will waste my political power on balance of power so I can get 10% non-aligned support and more public trust. That's pretty good. Because now, democracy is at 6% and we're not in violation of his agenda anymore, which means we will not lose public trust anymore. We're still not looking good, but that is not important. We just needed to stop the decrease. This will reset itself in a little bit. The anti-Comintern pack. I think I'm gonna join that. No reason. But at the same time, my focus also finished, and we're gonna go away from the political stuff into industry. And we're gonna start off with infrastructure. At the same time, I'm gonna get myself the railway company, which I never thought I would say, but the trains are gonna be very good. And on top of that, the supply hub construction is good. Why? Because you might notice over here, no supply hub. With the closest supply hub being over here, this is not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a supply hub here at the front line, connect it up with the railway, and just to be double sure, also connect up this port, because we will not have naval dominance. We will just not have naval dominance. So supplying this port with ships, unrealistic. With railway, more realistic. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put this on top of the list and then select reorganize the railway system, which gives me a 300% construction boost for supply hubs for 120 days. So now we finish this in about 4 months, which is really fast. This will help so much in defending and afterwards attacking, because oh my god, fighting with no supply is not fun. It's just not fun. And here we are, presidential term comes to an end, and this allows us to get rid of our current head of state and appoint a new one, which has a slightly different agenda, but we still fulfill it. So currently, we're not losing political power, and that's important. Yes, I min-maxed this a little bit. I try to make it so you can follow my steps. I hope it's not confusing. This channel is chaotic. Anyways, I'm gonna increase my conscription law now because I will need more men. And I'm also gonna build a few more armies in background because what we currently have is not enough to win. No, not really. So I finished industrial development, giving more civilian industry and building space. I mean, also infrastructure, construction speed, but I don't care. Now I want to go down here, and mainly because of the electronics boost. Why do I want that? Because our research slot is locked behind the condition that we have computing machine. So I want to get that as fast as possible, and it's ahead of time at the moment. So 75% boost towards that is pretty good. While we're doing all these preparations, I just noticed that we're getting closer to 20k, and I feel like the uproar in the comments for 20k sub special has become loud enough for me to acknowledge that. So how about a propose Iceland? What with Iceland? I don't know yet. I haven't played Iceland now, but I did notice they have a focus tree now, and I feel like it could be something memey/challenging to do. So if you have ideas or want to see me play a different nation, put it into the comments. I am open for that. And no, not Denmark. Denmark is probably gonna be my next nation. I'm looking forward to the Denmark video. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways, we're finally done with all of the industry stuff, so I will put it into guns. As you might notice, there's a new symbol here. Matching Military Industrial Organization, which we'll call MIO from now on because it is way shorter. And if you select those, you research faster, and at the same time, they gain experience for that. Because now you see industrial weapons manufacturer, I'm giving them funds. Basically, I'm leveling them up. And once they've reached the next level, I can select one of these traits over here, and that trait increases the strength of whatever this industry produces. Pretty strong. So 200 political power. I will get myself the Army Defense Genius for obvious reasons, and also for the Army Experience gain, which is pretty good. We will need a lot of Army experience, especially actually to level up these over here, because design team change costs 5 army experience. So you not only need to unlock this, you also need to apply the new changes, just as a warning. Let's level up our first MIO. And you know what? Defense sounds good. Let's choose that. And there you see the bonuses. Bonuses for production lines. We produce at a high efficiency, and bonuses for equipment variants, more defense, more soft attack. So you can always look that up here. I'm gonna go down, increase military budget to start with the reformation of our military. And oh my god, is our military gonna be strong? You might already notice we more than doubled our military industry in the first 2 years of the game, and we have done mostly political focuses. So yeah, we will increase our industry by a lot. So I'm gonna update my main fighting division to this. It's gonna be a 15 width, which seems weird, but we are fighting a lot of forest over here, and forest has a combat width of 60 with an additional 30. So 15 kind of always fits into that. This is why I go for that. You might have noticed after all of these focuses, we've barely any non-aligned support left. Yep, I said non-aligned support. So we are about to gain a lot of trust, which is going to be very good, because very high trust means we not just get a better fighting spirit, but also more recruitable population, stability, and war support. Very important things for war. Once again, can level up my MIO, and I will go for more reliable trucks. Let's go. And here you see, I need to invest army experience. Bum. Now we need to build a new variant. It's basically like with the planes now, if you need any comparison. So let's finally get the research slot. I've been waiting for this so long. And here you go. Our trust is rising because all the other ideologies have less than 1% support. Very good. And now, with the research slot finally in our possession, for the other one we have to wait a little bit longer, let's finally take care of our military and also build more mills. Yes, I'm very confident and build even here. I hope it won't backfire. And yes, as always, I will go down Grand Battle Plan. Why? I feel like this is what Grand Battle Plan was made for, okay? Let's use it. And now you might see why I didn't rush down this too early, because our main military reforms are locked behind 25% world tension. So even though if I wanted to rush them down, I couldn't. Like right now, we are really close to 83%. It's going up, but we still can't. What I will do is take this. So we can go down this focus now, and we will do so, because once again, stuff like recruitable population factor increased, more entrenchment, army experience, there's just a lot of good stuff, and it adds a lot. Like at the end of the day, the Finnish army modifier is gonna be such a big box. It's crazy. Supply consumption in the Soviet Union, always painful. Reducing supply consumption, always helpful. Talking about that, we also have an army logistics expert, so he's also gonna help with that. And on top of that, we're also building trucks, so why not go into full trucks? Bum! All of the supply problems have been fixed. Still missing a lot of trucks though. So as much as I would like to go down this right now, what is more important is this over here. Why? Because once again, recruitable population factor. We need more people for our army. So let's get more people for our army. And because I didn't mention it, I did entice the masses one more time. It gets expensive every time you do it. So it's 50, 100, now it's 200. This helped a lot with getting this into the positive. And we're about to hit very high trust, which is going to be the best modifier for defending against the Soviet Union you can get. And we're going to have it in time. That's good. And we actually right now have 17 military factories. Thinking about it, we started with 3 is crazy. We built up actually quite a big industry in the background. Because we're getting closer and closer to the fun event, I'm gonna prepare this offensive line so my troops can slowly build up organization. We're still a little bit behind in equipment, but you know what? Maybe the global market has some stuff I can buy. It actually has. I could buy Swedish artillery, which is really good. I'm gonna buy everything, and I'm gonna use 3 civilian factories, so it's gonna take 2 deliveries. Okay, that's fine. I can also sort my equipment. That would make it a lot easier. Yep, it's a lot easier now to see everything. Know what? Brazil, give me your artillery. Now, my industry is completely crippled now. I have 0 civilian factories, but most of these trade deals will be done very soon, so it doesn't matter. And my military factories are still producing, so I don't care. So if this is now done, let's start our military reforms. Let's go. Jaeger movement. Yes. And best of all, bicycle infantry. Let's go. I don't want to imagine how it looks like bicycling in the snow. So we have imported all artillery. We even have a slight surplus now. That's really good. And the only real thing, as I said, we're missing is manpower. This is why I'm keeping so much political power. So as soon as we go to war, I can just pump this number up to all adult serve. And we have more than enough manpower to do whatever we need to. Because that's our only real problem. And you know what? I'm done with industry. Electrical engineering, I'm way ahead of time thanks to bonuses. Infantry equipment is also looking good up to date. And artillery is also very much fine. So I have some industry left to actually research airplanes. Let's go. Jaeger movement is done. Let's do the cold front, which gives us bonuses fighting in the cold. I know. Crazy. And you already start to see the modifiers stacking up. Winter warfare. Let's go. And this gives us a winter logistics company, which is something new and unique for the Scandinavian nations. It's pretty good. Germany declared war on Poland. I know what that means. I'm about to be in danger. Because most of the time when that happens, my war is about to happen very soon too. Let me build a few more troops in the background. At the same time, let me integrate the winter logistics company, which is, as I mentioned before, pretty good. And as I click this button, as if they know I just changed something in my army, the Soviets demand my land. Let them come if they're there. I do gotta import some more steel from Sweden. You know what? I'm gonna improve relations because I can ask them for guns. And I do want to do that. I have so much potential troops in the background. I just need manpower. Come on, Soviets, attack me, please. I never thought I would say that. Yeah, let's cut them to pieces. The winter war, giving us huge mobilization, more recruitable population, less winter attrition, more defense. As if we didn't have enough bonuses already. And if we push them to Leningrad, we can demand peace. And if we take these provinces over here, we get to keep them. But you know what? I'm not here to negotiate a peace treaty on their terms. I'm here to negotiate a peace treaty on my terms. I'm gonna do last stand because I have equipment and I'm about to have manpower. All adult serve. But the first few days can be very hard. We're also going to go to total mobilization. I know I lose manpower, but we have a lot of stability for being at war, of course, which allows us to just click women in the workforce. And finally, these troops are filling up. Let's go. Next to Leningrad, we are holding. Over here, we are holding. Everywhere, even though they're using CAS, we are holding. And to welcome our Soviet friends, let's make them some cocktails. Our snipers are proving highly effective. We should hand out more arms to the hunters. What could happen? I don't know. The White Death. As war has come to Finland, many hunters, militarymen, and shooting club marksmen have taken up arms to fight off their oppressors. Yeah, the Soviets are not having a grand old time attacking me, and they have supply problems. Yeah, I should have built a supply hub like me. Very good. The White Death is the embodiment of Finland, getting even more bonuses for 180 days. Why not? And this should buy us enough time to actually mobilize a good amount of people. Anyways, let's reform our military even more. Look at this beautiful green now. Oh, the Germans are having the fun over here. You might already notice a few changes with a puppet government now popping up and Denmark still being democratic while having questionable support for different parties. I like the changes. Kind of cool. So equipment has filled up. We're only missing the men now. So what I will do is go to militarized society down here, which gives me a huge modifier for constructing equipment as long as I'm under the recruitment law of all adult serve or scraping the barrel. Basically, this works against the negative effects of all adult serve and scraping the barrel, and it will be an enormous help for my industry, because getting the negative effects of this modifier is cut in half. Pretty good. And my army partially is still missing manpower, but I can change that by finally doing women in the workforce. I didn't have the political power before, which gives me the 3% recruitable population back, and that should help a lot with filling up the ranks over here. I do like that Finland can take all of these negative modifiers, but get some tools to improve them, because you can't just spawn in a million people as Finland. You can't do that. I mean, there's a focus here that we probably should do next, which gives us weekly manpower for a year, but it's not that strong, and it's a good amount of manpower. Over time it will really add up, but it's not that much. But you know what? Let's do it now. And yes, this video I really try to go into all of the focuses, even though it will make the video a bit longer than I wanted to, and I hope you like it. I try to show you as much as I can from the DLC because I'm privileged. I got early access, so I want to share this as much as I can. And so far, I have to say, it's a pretty fun DLC. I like the focuses. It's not India. I feel like Paradox has learned a lot since the first DLC. It's pretty good. Oh my god, the Soviet Communist pressure modifier is 17%? What the? I gotta counter this now. Oh my god. Anyways, request Swedish assistance in the war. Please help me. And look at that. They do. They send me manpower, infantry equipment, and artillery. Isn't it nice to have friends? Anyways, now that we are in full-out war with the Soviet Union, let's do moderate politics. That feels like a very good time for that. I'm also gonna build like a few more divisions in the background because we will have a trickle of manpower now and it's gonna be very good. And we have, as you might have noticed along the front line, kind of destroyed the fighting capability of the Soviet Union. So I actually want to push now. Oh yeah, I think we got this. This is good. They are doing last stand now. Look how it turntabled. Ha! And very important over here is that we capture the supply hubs before they can do anything. And also, this is a very good time to encircle a lot of Soviet troops. Look at that. First encirclement. Let's go. At the same time, we're pushing into the supply hub. And because Estonia is still around, I'm gonna improve relations with them and also gonna do this focus over here. If they accept, we annex them and get the nation's core territory. Even though we can't hold it after the war, we would just have more cores, which is pretty good. Anyways, back to pushing and getting supply hubs. We do gotta connect this though, because this is on a railway network that's not connected to ours. And build more mills. Yeah, you might notice now what I mean with Finland at the moment, a little bit broken. I feel like a player will still be able to capitulate them, but the AI, you do need to prepare. I'm not gonna say this is the easiest thing I've ever done. There's a lot of mistakes you can do along the way, but if you kind of follow the same steps I did and prepare yourself quite well, you just demolish the Soviet Union. It is crazy. And another supply hub that needs to be connected. Now, with the north cleaned up and also guarded by the Coast Guard, the Soviets will do a lot of naval landings. Believe me, we can now concentrate on the south, which supply-wise looks horrible. And here it is, naval landing. Get used to that noise. You will hear it a lot. And can we do encirclement? Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, over here is not fun to push because we have no supply. But if we push down here, we should have an easy time. Do they say yes? They say no. It would have been cool, but we don't need it. What we can do now is greater battleland. We gain a lot of cores and we gain claims on some other provinces like Leningrad. Why not? I'm also getting really down in my doctrines right now. It's going really well. Can we push Leningrad? Oh, we can push Leningrad. Look at that. Fall of Leningrad. Let's go. And what I'm gonna do now is to reset our attack order into the south. Basically, I want to go all the way down here so the Germans don't get that much of the Soviet Union once they start their side of the conflict, which they will. So our leader has died. We get a new leader now, and I want to have him. Why? Firstly, it gives non-aligned support, which is nice, and production efficiency. Basically, this was our political advisor, if you remember. That's why I took him. And best of all, we will need him for a very good focus, but that can still wait. For now, we need a new advisor. And you know what? Anti-communist sounds pretty good. Go away, communism. Okay, we have held Leningrad long enough so we can do peace negotiations. I don't want peace. Anyways, let's push the Soviet Union. I just love that they lost 1.2 million men to me, and I lost around 100k. I don't know what they're doing, but it's good for me. And finally, we have to research. Let's build an air force. By the way, don't forget to put a Coast Guard on Leningrad. They will naval invade, and they were kind enough to remind me about that fact. Thank you, Soviet Union. I appreciate it. And an encirclement. Let's go. Let's hold. And you? Nice. Hello, Soviets. Haven't seen you in a while. The naval landing over here is still going on. They just love naval landings now. Trust me. It's all about encirclement and closing pockets. That's all I'm doing. Pushing slowly, encircling, pushing more. And you know what? The lone wolf cannot create or join a faction. I don't care. I get more recruitable population and I lose less war support through losing men. Dreams of expansion. This we can only take with our current leader, which we can only have if you do what I did, as much as I know, I think. But anyways, with him, you can do the third of these focuses, which gives you political power, more trust, is okay. He gets expansionist policies, which means he generates less world tension and he can justify faster, and most importantly, reduced cost for take states actions on Soviet cores. That's pretty good. After working with the MIOs for a while now, you see the buffs does really add up. And that's for only our guns. So investing into them is pretty good. And now that we finally have some planes produced, I'm gonna deploy them. And one change you might notice now is that planes actually take a long time to be deployed. They made it a bit more realistic now with planes not being instantly here. They actually take a few months. So deploying an air force now takes a little bit of thinking ahead. Oh my god, can we do a huge encirclement? Push, 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 push. I don't have tanks, but I have dreams. Please push. Yeah, let's go. And the Germans showed the fun. Quite on the timing. How much losses have I done on the Soviet Union alone? 3 million. Why not? I didn't talk about this focus because we're bypassing it now. Basically, when you defeat the Soviet Union or you negotiate a peace, basically, you can do this focus, which gives you a lot of equipment from the Germans, but I don't want to enter war, so I couldn't do it. But when the Germans attack, you just bypass it. So we unlock our last research slot now and some other nice modifiers down here. Really good. I'm gonna be honest, I really like the world market. I need support equipment now, so I'm just gonna buy it. I can do that now. Pretty cool. Anyways, let's use our air force. I talked about it, then I didn't do it. Oh, they're still deploying. It takes so long now to deploy them. Okay, it's ready now. Good timing though, right? Good timing. Yes, encirclements. Let's go. Now we have two options. Either we modernize our army or we modernize the industry. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I think I'm actually going to go for industry because I'm missing equipment more than I miss military success. I have great military success at the moment. And you know what? On the side, I've worked on a very special commando unit. The bicycles are here. Let's go. Push. Bicycles, take me to the Urals. Finland is so strong at the moment, but in a weird way, it feels very fulfilling. Like, I don't feel like I'm just getting stuff for free. I did work for this. I feel like that's the right way to do it, because Finland is very strong, but you're limited in resources and manpower. And if you overcome that, it feels very fulfilling. Because once you have enough manpower and equipment, you're just annihilating everyone. Just jokes aside. Look at that. Bam. Next supply up. Push. Oh yeah, I didn't show the Finnish army modifier in a while, didn't I? Look at this block of green numbers. It's not our only block of green numbers. There's a lot of others we got over the time, and it is kind of crazy. I mean, I never made the focus to get forts. Just did all of the buff focuses. It is crazy. But I have to say, honest opinion from my side, I think Finland is one of my new favorite Focustree. I'm not sure if it beats Bulgaria yet, but it is pretty good. And I'm looking very forward to playing Denmark, because I played a little bit around with Denmark, and what I found out, they're also a lot of fun now. Anyways, bicycle, take supply up now. Yeah, overrun, let's go. I love bicycles, they're great. And we have won. Oh my god, we have 71% contribution. So, peace conference is over. I got everything. Best of all, Finnish Him achievement unlocked. Beautiful, but we're not done yet. Let me just do this real quick and see if the allies have something against that. No, they don't. Already looks a bit better. Now let's go to Sweden. I have a core state here. Attacking Sweden, guaranteed by no one. Let's go. Oh my god, the encirclements. I forgot how fast bicycles are. Okay, the Swedish just lost half of the army. And another encirclement. The Swedish army won't like that, probably. Oh my god, this is so good. I love it. They're even doing last stand. And Sweden has capitulated. Very good. Give me your land. Give me your navy. Beautiful. This looks so stupid. And for my next big war, we have to go into Norway. You might think about, hey, isn't that allied with the Germans? Yes, but I have a plan. I will release Ukraine and Belarus as a kind of buffer state. You know, we've gone that far. We could also release Moldavia. And this should prevent the Germans to be able to cross over to my mainland without doing a naval invasion or anything else. Let's go. Okay, we are now attacking and we're actually winning everywhere. It is good. My navy did lose, I have to say that, so I have to be careful about naval landings. I didn't got naval dominance. But besides that, we are crushing Norway and all of the German troops in there. Because I feel like on land, my air force is supreme. What I didn't think about is that the Japanese will join. Yeah, I'm just gonna deal with Norway real quick and then we go with Japan. Germans tried a naval landing. Denied. Damn it, scraping the barrel. Let's go. I need manpower bad. I got another achievement and I'm not proud of it. Literally just got no country for old men. Yeah, that's a way to do this achievement, I guess. Interesting. But yeah, I need more men on the front line, so give me those. Oh my god, counteroffensive going. Well, let's go. The amount of Germans I'm destroying here is ridiculously high. officially defeated the Germans in Norway, which sadly brought back Norway. I kind of wanted that land. And the best part is they're still trying naval landing, so 3 Germans. Japan, on the other hand, that's kind of really annoying. I sent some troops over to deal with this, but let's see if I will actually fight that. Probably won't. Yeah, so many Germans here again. They decided to land with such a big force, and they failed. They're now doing so many aggressive naval landings. It is crazy how many they do at the same time right now. I mean, they're all losing, and I'm just getting those troops stack wiped. It's another one already. Where? Here. Jokes aside, the Germans are up to 2.2 million losses now. It is not good for them. Whatever they're doing here is not helping them. But I've never seen more passive allies. They're basically doing nothing. I don't understand how Vichy France is able to pull off a naval landing like this, and the allies are not. Why? They finally did one! A naval landing! Are they actually waking up now? That would be so good. Anyways, let's close this pocket. Another few 100,000 German troops gone. I mean, my generals are absolute gods now. No joke. Let's go. I'm in Denmark. Finally, some pushes on my side. Bicycles, go. Encircle everything. Anyways, let's take Berlin. I'm done with this. They're so good. Hamburg just got nuked. Who was that? Because I don't have nukes. I got Berlin. Let's go. Now the rest of Germany. Yeah, I just got randomly 1.5 million manpower. I guess I got the Soviet manpower now. You think Germany is regretting a few decisions? Maybe. And yeah, Germany just capitulated. What the? I released all the nations. Everyone just got un-Germanified. The Polish are dying again. Oh no. So Italy has capitulated. Vichy France has capitulated. That means it's actually only Bulgaria left. Problem solved. I control Warsaw now. The Polish are safe. It is about to be over. 1946. That was painful. At least I can take Norway. I wasn't sure because they were technically the allies, but I did take the land, so I get it. Very good. I can even take Polish land. The poor Polish. Wow, that looks absolutely horrible. But I got a lot of land. Yeah, I completed the achievement, but I think it doesn't exist yet. Because I'm playing an early version of the game, but I technically got the unknown achievement here. Very cool. Thanks again to Paradox for sponsoring this video and also for letting me play the early version of this game. But as always, my supporters, I love you. Until next time, bye.